Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
There's Mr. Enfuego, one half of the Baseball Junkies podcast. Before we get the show going, we just want to make sure that both you, the viewer, and the listener are fully aware that this podcast is not intended to provide any form of investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the host or any guest do not necessarily reflect the views of any sports card investor, organization, and or entity within the sports card market. Any discussion of sports card values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance. Two collectors with a common love of baseball cards. A league of her own, Mr. Enfuego. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Baseball Card Junkies podcast. I'm your host, Adrian, from League of Her Own on YouTube.
And I'm your boy, Mr. Enfuego.
Super pumped tonight, guys. We've got some awesome guests coming on tonight. Cannot wait to bring them on. It's going to be like in 2 seconds here. Real quick, Mr. Enfuego, how's your week? How's baseball card land?
It was awesome. For those of you who were actually in the live stream that I did while at Tropicana Field yesterday, I appreciate it. An experience that you have to get yourself into if you're a baseball fan.
That was super exciting. I knew you were thinking about going live there, and when I got the notification, I was boom right in there. So Mr. Enfuego was like right behind the Yankees, pretty much right behind the
right next to the dugout.
Yesterday was awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. I can't wait. I'm bringing them on. We have got Jeff and Chris from Blabbing About Slabbing on YouTube. Welcome. All right.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you guys again so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Dude, where shall we begin? Huge fan of your guys' show. I I know you guys for talking about SP cards, baseball cards, and I don't know if anybody hasn't checked out these guys either on YouTube or Instagram. Put all their stuff in the description. Definitely check it out.
Thank you.
Shoot, tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you got into baseball cards and what your recent gigs are, and let us know the news.
Jeff, go first. You're better.
All right. Well, we love talking cards. We love talking baseball. So thanks, first of all, for having us on here tonight. I'm a lifelong baseball fan and collected cards as a kid, and like many people, got away from it. But then about 8 years ago, I had two very small children, under 2, and was looking for something else to occupy my time while I was feeding them and doing stuff like that. So I started watching a lot more baseball card content and thought, this looks fun. And I got back in, and I've been hooked ever since. I dragged Chris kicking and screaming back into the hobby a little bit later than that. But yeah, I just love talking baseball and fantasy baseball, baseball cards. I collect some wax. There's mainly a player collector. When I first got back in, I started going back to sets because that's what I collected as a kid. But it just got a little overwhelming, the sheer volume of sets that were out there compared to when I collected as a kid. So now I pretty much stick to player collecting, although Chris and I have gotten into a couple projects, Chrome SSP projects that we recently completed. One of our goal projects, and that's the 2013. Well, almost completed. I guess there's always room to improve, right?
Yeah, there's 2 PSA 9s in there, Jeff. There's always room for improvement.
There's room to improve.
Definitely.
So yeah, I just love it. It's a way to be involved. I'm a big Brewers fan, and there was a long dry spell for us as Brewer fans. So being a collector gave me something else to focus on and other players to watch and stay up with. And yeah, I really enjoy the hobby and the people I've met through the hobby, through Instagram. It's been really, really great. So that's me in a nutshell. Chris?
Yeah, so just to give you a visual, if you've ever seen the movie Jaws, and I'm sure we all have, think of me as Quint. My wife is Sheriff Brody, desperately holding my hand as the boat sinks, and Jeff is the shark. And eventually I was pulled under, and my life has been over pretty much ever since.
Now, can you fault him for putting you in this current predicament?
Can I fault him? I don't know, but I sure as hell do. I might be wrong about that. But I actually, at the end, I'm very happy with it. I think I'm very happy that he dragged me, and it was all the image was the Acuna bat down card. We had a couple drinks, and he was explaining to me the different images. Like, he's got his bat up, he's got the red-blue jersey, he's got bat down, he's got the vertical. By the time I saw the horizontal white jersey card, I was like, all right, I really
just fell in.
There you go.
Yeah,
very cool.
Chris and I are from different parts of the country. He's from the East Coast. I'm from the Midwest. We both ended up out here. We met each other playing softball, which is something we still do together. And Chris has been a huge baseball fan. He's a very analytical guy, a thoughtful guy, into fantasy baseball. So I thought cards would be perfect for him. And yeah, it was fun. We were opening some box. I believe Finest Flashbacks was the box that got Chris.
Oh,
that was the final straw. Yeah, that was
2020.
Yeah,
2020. Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, I like how Jeff. It was very selfless of you. to pull me in.
I needed somebody else to be talking about.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Chris, what's your favorite player to collect?
Initially, it was Freddie Freeman because like he's on the Braves. He was really good. Career numbers were great, and like the hobby generally seemed to ignore him.
However,
so I was able to go to start and develop a pretty good Freeman PC before prices kind of went nuts. I still collect him, even though he's gone, and I still root for him. But he's definitely my favorite non-Brave.
Very cool.
Yeah, Acuna is definitely my favorite Brave to collect for obvious reasons.
It was a sad day for Chris when he left the Braves, especially considering the circumstances with which he left. That he seems like he really wanted to be there. Some miscommunication, perhaps. And now he's out here.
That story was awful. That story was awful.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Jeff, your number one favorite player to collect. I know it can be hard when you've got several. I know, but
and what's funny is when I first came back in, I was collecting basketball and baseball. Now I completely got out of basketball, except I still collect Giannis as a Milwaukee fan, as a Bucks fan. So he's probably still my favorite player to collect. When I'm thinking about baseball, it's got to be Juan Soto.
Awesome.
cool.
I think
Nice
Very
choice.
cool.
He
Yeah.
started so young, and he's just continued to amaze. And even with his slow start last year, he still responded to have a good year. I just think he's one of the best hitters I've ever seen.
Very cool.
Awesome.
All right, guys. For those of you watching us live here in the chat, start dropping some questions. When we get towards the end, like towards our banter part of the podcast, which we're going to try to make it the longest part of the podcast today. We'll try to get to some of those questions, but we're going to keep kind of the schedule going and talk about different baseball card releases and stuff. And Jeff and Chris agreed to come along on the ride with us. So, got more hobby questions for those two. Get them in the chat. We'll do our best to get to those. All right, we are going to start off with some upcoming releases. Okay, I got 4 different releases I wanted to talk about today. Some of them we have talked about already in the podcast the past couple of weeks, so we'll just go over those real quick for y'all. First off, we've got 2023 Topps Platinum Anniversary coming out on May 22nd. At this time, roughly about $140 for a hobby box of that. Not seeing any other formats of that at this time. We also have 2024 Topps Archives Signature Series Retired Players for $75. That's the one encased, signed, numbered card per box. You guys know Mr. Fuego and I's thoughts on those.
It's $15 cheaper than the last go around.
Is it? It is, isn't it? Thank goodness, because it was already too much for what it is. So
it really is.
We've got 2024 Panini Stars and Stripes. Panini's still going for it. Hobby box of that, about $100. That's set to come out on May 29th.
You lost me at Panini.
I know. You and I were so shocked to see that Donruss baseball is coming back out again.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, they're still doing it. And then last but not least, we talked a little bit about Series 2 not coming. We got a release date for it now. There's
no details about it yet. All we got is a release.
All we got is the release date for that. We talked a little bit about that last week. So those are the 4 upcoming releases.
And what is the release date again?
June 2nd.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
So, gentlemen, of these 4 upcoming releases we spoke of, which are you guys excited about any of these?
I would just like to say, I'm not sure if I heard you correctly, Adrian, but did you say 2023 Platinum Anniversary is still going to be released?
We are in 2024, yeah.
Yeah, I did say 2023, and that's not an error. Yeah.
So they're still releasing 2023 products, and yet they're not releasing one of our favorite products, which is 2023 Stadium Club Chrome, which there is no more Stadium Club Chrome. They announced it's going away. We're still hoping to get one last hurrah to 2023. But the fact that they're still sending out 2023 products, I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I'd be interested to see how sales go. You said it's $140 for a hobby box of that. I guess.
Yes.
I don't know at this point what you're.
It does have its perks though, Jeff. I mean, they did advertise when they mentioned the release that I know in previous editions like 22 and 21, you had no idea how many parallels you're going to be receiving. At least with this one, you're guaranteed minimum 6.
6 parallels per box
to include the autograph.
So,
what does the parallel checklist look like for that? Do they've got
just pick a color? It's in there. Just pick a color. It's in there.
Yeah, it's very much like Bowman. Oh my God, your guys' breakdown. If you guys are watching or listening, make sure you go over, check out their videos. I'm loving your guys' name for the brown refractor that you suggested to have come out.
At least with Bowman though, you have fans out there. You've got this lengthy history. I mean, just with Platinum Anniversary, so you're getting 6 per box. I appreciate that they're telling you what you're getting out of there, but man, if it's a long list of parallels, what does that really mean for you?
Here we got. I mean, like he said, I've got the list up on the screen now. You name it, they got it. And then there's usually
waves.
Yeah, I mean the towel refractors is the one that let's see if they've got a picture of that up here. I do like they did come out
They
with
do
this.
have a new insert. It's called Chrome of the City, where just like what Adrian has up there, you got a picture of the player and I guess you could call it a national icon of what city they actually play for. So in Willie Mays' case, got the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah,
Right.
so
It's kind of like a knockoff of what's in flagship now. Don't we have? It's like the heart of the city, I think, which is a knockoff of downtown. So I mean,
it's kind of all coming from the downtown, right? They saw
Nice comparison. Yeah, I agree.
This heart of the city one is a case hit.
Okay.
All right,
So
I like
we'll
the
see.
rarity. Okay.
Yeah, this is the towel. So I will say we've had a lot of fun opening this in the past. It's another one of those things where it sucks that they raised the price. When you do open it, those first couple times you're like, oh, look at all these. You're gonna get a ton of numbered cards. It's the checklist. You got 500 cards in this, so you're getting players. There's a lot of times you get players. You're like, man, I didn't even know this guy played baseball.
Because I mean, 21, you started out with 700, a 700 player checklist.
Jeez.
So they decided to wisen up. Okay, let's just knock off 200. So we're looking at a 500 checklist. But I mean, it's.
Did we need the set? Did we need the set? Do we need a Corbin Carroll rookie card in his third season?
Now, with the last iteration that they did incorporate the image variations.
Yeah. Which,
so I mean,
do we need the set? I wish we needed Stadium Club Chrome. We needed Stadium Club Chrome.
They'll say yes, we need it.
For sure. I do have fun opening Platinum Anniversary at $140 a hobby box. It sucks. Now, last year they did have blasters and they had light boxes, and they had, so when you had the light box, it was like half the price. You got a guaranteed auto in it. And now they've got just the one auto and they're getting us. So
the only thing they need to work on is sticking to the expected release date. And I say that because initially that product was supposed to release in April. I went ahead and pre-ordered a case. We didn't actually see this product released until about July, August.
He's talking about when 2022 came out. Like they pushed that back a long time and it sucked.
But I will say though, if this particular product actually continues its run, and I will keep saying it, I cannot wait to see what the 1956 design looks like with these new players.
Yeah. With that being said, this is a set that I kind of feel like this with most sets these days. I don't open a whole lot. I buy the singles of who I want on eBay just to make it simple. 500 card checklist. It's really tough to get good stuff. I did see a lot of good stuff get pulled out of it last year. One of our friends pulled a Derek Jeter gold auto out of a blaster box last year. It was freaking epic.
I was actually fortunate to pull a superfractor of Harold Baines.
Yeah, that was cool.
Hall of Famer Harold Baines.
Yes. Hall of Famer Harold Baines. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Any other thoughts on any of the upcoming products?
Well, Chris probably has a thought, but I'm glad that you gave us the release date of June 2nd for Series 2, because that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. We're hoping to see some of the rookies, some of the younger players.
How about them hot dog parallels? You looking forward to those? Have you heard about those?
What now?
Okay,
that's the new parallel that's coming out.
In retail, I'm assuming we're talking. It's a retail. It's got to be a retail parallel, right?
Well, yes. Okay. So you recall in Series 1 we did all the Easter stuff in Series 1. So now we got all the 4th of July stuff for Series 2. And I mean, hot dog parallels make sense, I
just compared it to the taco fractor. If somebody pulls a autograph, hot dog fractor, the first person that steals a base in the World Series, they get Nathan's hot dogs for life. That's what I'm assuming.
There you go. I mean,
look, I feel like if they're going to do hot dog fractors, it's got to be tied into performance for someone like Daniel Vogelbach, though. Like every time Vogelbach homers, everyone gets like 100 free hot dogs or something.
I feel like they should have a Daniel Vogelbach Milkshake parallel, because I just think about when they play Milkshake brings the boys to the yard. When he comes up to bat, is my favorite thing in the world. Let's take a look here.
Side note: Daniel Vogelbach is one of the many utterly worthless autographs that Jeff and I have pulled at a Stadium Club.
Stadium Club, yeah, he's a staple.
Yep,
very nice.
I'll still break a few boxes every year though, but it's always painful.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay. So hot dogs are 1 in 21 blaster packs. They got a Statue of Liberty parallel. That's 1 in 56. We got a beach umbrella numbered to 50.
Beach umbrella. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Sun. We got a sun parallel numbered to 10. A fireworks parallel numbered to 5. That's gonna be cool, I think. And then
when I think of fireworks, automatically I'm assuming Independence Day.
That's what I'm wondering. That's interesting you say that, Mr. Nfuego, because I was thinking, is this going to dilute the interest in Independence Day, or is it going to confuse people? I guess I shouldn't say dilute the interest, because there's those of us who love the Independence Day parallels, especially if they start getting more of the color back in. But yeah, is it going to confuse people?
Ooh, fun side question. Best Independence Day parallel year, 2018, 2019. Because I feel like 18. Those two are the best.
18 hands down, 19 just under it, and then everything else has
been garbage ever since. Okay.
This year's the best since then, for sure.
You guys are all right.
Ty was wrong about you guys.
She's wrong. We'll give her another 20 minutes. We'll see. One thing in Series 2, the stuff in Series 2 I'm really looking forward to are going to be like the Yamamoto rookie. Yeah. Jeff and I are very excited to see what his Gold Mirror SSP is going to look like.
Oh, yeah.
They're usually printed fewer in Series 2 than there are in Series 1. So
it
seems like an absolute, like a shoe-in. It's like him and maybe Ohtani, like in the outfield. That sounds like a great idea, so I'm sure they won't do it. It will probably be him and like Gavin Lux or something. They'll blow the opportunity.
Yeah, if it makes sense, it's not going to be implemented.
Probably right. Yeah.
The card, so Ohtani is going to have his first real Dodger card. He had that like super short print, like kind of photoshopped in Series 1.
Right.
So, not a big fan of that one. But Jeff and I have a hope for this. I want his Series 2 Gold Mirror SSP to be some kind of shot with him and Betts and Freeman. They can get all three of them on a super short print card. I don't care what people are charging. I will need to have that card.
There you go.
Gosh, you guys heard it here. All right.
Devotion.
Yeah.
Have you guys got any Series 1 SSPs already? Were there any on that list that you guys had to get right away that you wanted?
We have not gotten any. I haven't. I shouldn't speak for Jeff. I definitely have not gotten any yet. There are a couple that we really, really like, though, and a few that we really, really hate. The Ellie De La Cruz, I think, is the best rookie Golden Mirror image with the Viking helmet and the club. I love that card. It's just probably not a great time to be buying Ellie De La Cruz right now.
What about Julio with the trident?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely awesome.
Fantastic.
We did a video review of our favorite and least favorite SSPs from Series 1. So if you guys want to check that out on our channel, there's some really awful pictures and some really great ones. There's a lot from the red carpet gala that MLB players had, and there's a lot of consistent themes in there. Gatorade baths, some look painful more than others. It's lots of those. We love looking through them. Like Chris said, we haven't picked any up. Just seems like, especially right at the beginning, they're pretty high priced. Yeah. So we're kind of just waiting for them to tone down a little bit.
As a Yankee fan, Mr. Nfuego, I don't know if you've seen the Aaron Judge one, but the Aaron Judge, I think, is one of the top 10 images in the whole set.
Yeah.
Tipping his hat after the 3-homer game. That's
definitely
fantastic. Yeah.
Definitely fitting.
Right.
Yes. I look at that card, and then I look at the Freddie Freeman where he's just smiling like an idiot. I hate it. I don't know why they didn't give him something good. It's so disappointing.
As a Yankees fan, what about the Garrett Cole wearing the collarless denim shirt?
Moving right along.
At the podium.
I love it.
Moving right along.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the worst card images of the year.
It really was.
But yeah, that Aaron Judge, so the bottom one there where he's tipping his cap, the $250 one.
250. No. Here we go. All right.
249, yeah.
Ooh,
yeah, it just shows like they have some really great, they capture some great moments.
I love that.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I don't. Cool. That's one where I'm not sure the price is ever going to come down. I know no investment advice, expected, but that one's going to be in demand for a long time.
Definitely.
Very cool. Very cool. I picked up I think a Shea Langoliers one. Nice thing about being an A's fan is that my cards are very, very affordable.
Very affordable, yes.
But hey, that all that means, like for example, Matt Olson. I've got some nice Matt Olson rookie cards from back in the day. Some of the cards, people, this community card collecting people are so awesome. A lot of them were given to me too. It's insane. But it happens that quick. Like I got a lot of nice Matt Olson. I got a lot of nice Sean Murphy cards. So I really liked him when he was, with the A's and stuff. But yeah.
I'll tell you, when the Braves traded for Sean Murphy, no one was more excited than my wife because she had actually seen that GIF of the ball. Some pitcher throws like a slider and it sort of backs up and hits him right in the ass. And it just bounces off like just rock hard glutes. And my wife was like, that guy's going to be a Brave.
Glutes. Glutes, baby.
Yeah. He's going to wear white pants. I'm like, I don't know what the probably.
Oh, wow. Now the pants that they wear.
Oh, man.
R-rated.
All right.
Can I ask one quick question? As an A's fan, have you seen the worst Golden Mirror SSP of all time? I always like bringing this up. It's from 2023. Paul Blackburn last year.
I don't remember it. No,
I'll have to pull it up.
If you can pull it up. And recently, there's a sold listing. It recently sold for $3. It is, I think, one of the worst card images.
We should have bought it, Chris.
We really should have bought it.
Chris's dream is for us to buy it and someday meet Mr. Blackburn and have him sign the card.
Yeah. He can't know that image is on a card. He just can't.
I mean, sure he knows. It's the epitome of laziness for image choices.
Yeah, whoever it tops was like, they were probably just like, no one cares. It's Paul Blackburn. The hell with it. But if you get a chance to look that one up.
And it's kind of funny that you gentlemen actually bring that up because we would actually take it a step further and get with a connection to tell us exactly what game that picture was taken.
Oh,
well, there's no guarantee there was even a game.
Yeah.
And if there is a game, it's probably Bejeweled. I think that's the game that was being played.
Yes. Oh God! Here we go, guys. Here we go.
All right, prepare to be wowed by an image.
I'm trying to. Is it gonna let me? Because when I click on it, it's not letting me see the.
If you click on it and then kind of scroll down, I think you can get to the.
Here we go. Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank God he's not wearing the new Nike uniform pants, right? I mean, dang. Here we go.
Yeah.
Almost there. Yeah. Thank goodness he's not wearing the new Nike pants. Yeah.
I mean, that's horrific.
The audacity. For goodness sakes. All right. Lots on that. We got to get into product reviews. We got a big one, guys. Here we go.
Yes, we do.
We do.
It's all Bowman. It's all 2024 Bowman. I opened one hobby box. I would suggest everybody go watch that video. I clicked in the description. It was awesome. I got 2 case hits in one hobby box. We saw a friend of ours, Hoosier Pulls, another YouTuber, pull a amazing green grass first auto of one of the top guys out of a blaster this week. He got 2 blasters. He got one of the top cards out of that.
The chase guy, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. You guys check that video out. We'll have that in the description. From what I've been watching, and my brother-in-law is really big on getting into like case breaks or multiple case breaks, and he got into some jumbo ones. I just dabbled on getting the hobby. I watched a lot of blasters getting open because to me that's if I'm going to go buy anything from Bowman this year to open, it was just going to be blasters. I splurged on this hobby box. I got really lucky on it. The blasters and the hobby boxes seem to be at this time the ones that are producing the most fun.
Yeah, the blasters are not disappointing at all from what I've seen.
We have seen endless like super fractors and case hits and stuff like that all over Instagram. If you go on Instagram, look anything up 2024 Bowman, there's stuff all over the place. Cards HQ, they pulled a Shohei Ohtani anime. Super fractor of Dylan Cruz non-auto got pulled.
Yes.
I think the auto was pulled as well. The auto, it was not a breaker either. Like a random person pulled the auto.
Awesome.
The Super Auto?
Yeah, it was floating
Oh,
around
cool.
Instagram this morning.
Oh, this one. Okay, we hadn't seen that yet. That's
we'll
awesome.
look forward to it on If Sports Cards when he does his top 10.
Oh yeah, yeah. What else? We saw the Ellie Superfractor anime
Yep.
get pulled. We've got.
I believe the spotlight of Ellie De La Cruz Superfractor was pulled also.
Okay, cool. Because I feel like I haven't seen very many of the spotlight out of the case hits. I've seen tons of anime, ton of what's that other Gladiator one?
I
had
now with this year though, Adrian, they did deem the spotlight because obviously last year, you was getting spotlight cards every other pack.
Yeah.
But now I guess Topps wisened up and said, okay, we're gonna actually make it a little more harder to obtain. So this is gonna be deemed a case hit as well.
It makes sense too. And I've seen some of the like parallels of it, like the red and the gold are freaking fire to me. Like
gold especially look incredible. Those cards are way too attractive, way too well designed to be like every other pack. Like that was a good move that they did.
Yeah, absolutely. I did I guess they got rid of the atomic card, like the not I pulled
no atomics in Bowman. There's no atomics in Bowman's best. They wanted that design to be only for Sapphire.
Correct.
So I got this mini diamond. I guess supposed to replace it non-autoed. I missed the atomic. The atomic was so much more fun.
Well, I mean, if you want an atomic, just open up a box of Bowman Sapphire.
That's true.
In the same pod.
That's true. I know. I like because I got money just.
It's just a different name. That's all
for that. So, so if you're out there and you be like, maybe I'll get some Bowman, whatever. I'm not telling anybody what to do, but if you want to rip wax, because ripping wax is fun sometimes, I stick with a blaster. I feel like I've seen watch one right before we started the show today from a guy DJing rips. He got 2. No, he had 5 blasters. I'm sorry, and 2 of them had 2 numbered cards in the boxes. Like it's awesome. The sticker autos, like on the base ones, I don't know, those suck, but. I mean, when you're buying a blaster for like $30 and you get any auto is a good time. So,
well, with that said,
$30, you can't complain too much.
Gentlemen, 2024 Bowman, your thoughts and go.
Oh my God. They have a lot of good videos on it, guys.
Real quick. We alluded to this earlier when we were talking about some of the other products. The biggest disappointment is the volume of parallels, and I know that they want to make it seem like you're getting more hits, but Chris, can you tell us how many different greens there are? We've also got the lunar refractors.
I'm glad you brought that up, but go ahead, Chris, go ahead and elaborate on it.
I mean, the parallels are they're out of control. There's just way too many. There are 3 different green refractors. There's a grass, a shimmer, and I think the regular. But I just if you're considering buying a hobby box, I don't want to tell you what to do, what not to do. I'm just going to tell you this: the hobby boxes are like 300, and the jumbos are like over 5, right? Okay. The last Dylan Cruz, who's the number 1 prospect you can get autos of. He's like the number 1 chase of the 87 different prospects in here. His last base auto, which if I pulled, I'd be jumping up and down and fist pumping, sold for $320.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Take your hobby box money and just go buy the card you want out of this.
Well, let me go ahead and share something with you, gentlemen. I've already shared it with Adrian, and I figure, knowledge is power.
Great.
When we invest, when we try to spend our hard-earning money on wax. So there is a gentleman on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, that I follow, and all he does, his main purpose in life is to produce print runs for all these upcoming products. So basically, he took 2024 Bowman. Now we're talking base paper, which is a 100 card set. Each player has just under 5,904,000 copies.
Okay.
Prospects paper is a 150 card set. 230,000 were created. The Chrome prospects, another 150 card set, 145,000 copies per prospect. All right. Now, The mini diamonds, there was 745 per player. The pearl, there's only 19 per. The lunar glow, there's 8,200 per player.
Wow.
The Bowman AI insert, which is a new insert that they added on this year. It's a 20 card set, and everybody's got just under 94,000 copies. The anime, a 15 card set, 1,100. The Gladiators Diamond, a 25 card set, 664. The Power Up, 78,000, just under 79. The Retrofractor variation, which is only 2 cards, which is what? Bob Gibson, Pete Rose.
Yeah.
248 per. The insert base, 100 card set, 29,000. The Rising Infernos, another 20 card set, just under 15,000. Rookie of the Year favorites, 105,000 per. The autographs for the Chrome Prospects, 2,800. The Prospects alone, 1,700. Retrofractor variation, 53 per. And then they mentioned the Spotlight base. So basically, the person who came up with this this breakdown, I'm going to quote: if we go by the posted odds, the approximate number of cards per player of the Spotlight base, which is a 14 card set, calculates to 133, which is less than the numbered mini diamond numbered to 150. So he actually didn't provide a breakdown for it because he did not want to put himself in a predicament where he's providing false information.
Man, I'm just doing a count of how many different. There's 31 different parallels.
Yeah,
on that list. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, they sort of trick you because people are all this stuff's gonna be numbered, and you might initially get, I'm really excited. I have this parallel numbered out of like 199, and then you look at the checklist and you're like,
now there are some parallels worth being excited for.
Yes, agreed.
For example, if you pulled a blue parallel 1 out of 150, they actually have the inscription, "My first Bowman auto."
Nice.
Yeah. What do you guys think of inscriptions like that? You guys dig those, or do you care?
I like it. I've seen a lot of talk about it. I think they're getting a little bit overrated. I'd much rather have it than a non-inscription blue. But there were some people trying to compare it to like the equivalent value of a red out of 5 of the same player, and I just don't see that. So I like the idea of inscriptions. I like it when players get to be creative, and I would hold a little more value to it, but maybe not quite as extreme as some people are talking about.
Okay, so if you consider it overrated, then back when Topps Dynasty actually came out, the Victor Wembanyama, when he's drawing spaceships and everything.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that one?
If I pulled it,
overrated?
Well, if I pulled it, I just like Adrian was saying for bonus, I'd sell it immediately.
Exactly.
If I pulled one of those inscripted blues, I would sell it, and then I would buy a regular blue.
Awesome.
And I'd have some money left over. I don't know. See what else I could pick up.
Yeah.
Agreed. Awesome. All right. We're gonna break it up here just for a second. We're a little bit over the half-hour mark in the show. We are gonna do some trivia for all of those in the chat. So be ready, guys. I am going to throw up a little trivia thing here. As soon as you know what it is, type it in the chat. We'll give you some shout outs on our webpage and all that stuff. You know how Mr. Fuego does these every week. He's trying to get you. So be ready. Be ready to type. Let's get it. Trivia time.
Welcome back to another episode of the Baseball Card Junkies podcast. Here we are again with the trivia of the week. Name this player. Let's start thinking about it. Hint 1. He was the chase when 2022 Bowman was released. You may have an idea. Hint 2. He was selected 16th overall by the Florida Marlins. Here's another hint. Other notable chases in this set: Ellie De La Cruz, Curtis Mead, Oswaldo Cabrera, Colson Montgomery. If you don't know who it is, the answer of this week is Khalil Watts. See you next week. We got a winner.
We got a winner this week. All right.
Douglas Hutton.
Douglas, I'm trying to add him as a moderator right now so everybody can click on his name and go give Douglas Hutton Hutton a follow. We're gonna.
Dude, he was fast too. I think he had that answer typed in before you even when you were done the first hint. I think he was writing that in there.
Congratulations, Douglas.
What if he's a Marlins fan? I'd like to know if he's a Marlins fan and knew that when that clue came
If
up.
he is, because he resides in Canada, he's a better man than I am.
I was gonna say I don't think Douglas is a regular on the show here. I don't think he is a fan.
Maybe just a hardcore Bowman expert like our friend Filmington.
Yeah, I don't
know.
Possibly.
Yeah, could be. So congratulations, Doug. That's freaking awesome. We'll get you up on the website, get you some YouTube followers over there, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody going after the trivia this week. You got
Jays fan. Wow. All right. Makes more sense.
I didn't know the right answer, but I was pretty sure that Canada 383 was wrong.
Oh my God. I got to see what Canada wrote because he always has a funny answer.
Yes, he does.
Dang, Canada, where are you at? The chat's rolling. The chat's
right
rolling tonight. Pamela Anderson. Yep, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. I'm really surprised.
Definitely a Canada answer.
I'm really surprised he didn't say Taylor Swift. So that's freaking awesome. All right. Okay. So and next up on the podcast, we're gonna show top 5 card sales of the week as far as in like which cards are selling the most of, not necessarily the highest price cards. And we'll get in on everybody's thoughts on those as well. We get these statistics off of
Market Movers.
Wow, totally lost it there for a second. So, all right, let's go with number 5. Guys,
this list was going to switch up from the last time we spoke about it, Adrian.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. This list changes like every couple hours, I feel like. So, we are starting off at number 5 with the 2024 Topps base Ellie De La Cruz rookie card. We've seen a 7-day increase of 13% on sales of this, and 30-day increase of 25% because Ellie is freaking not a human being. He is superhuman, in my opinion. This card, pick it up raw on eBay for around $3. Can't beat it.
$3. Wow. Okay. So you may want to go get them slab because for PSA 10s, pretty much all of them that I see here were sold on the same day. So on the low end, one sold for $48 even.
Ooh.
And on the high end, one sold for $73.30.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see a lot of sales. I see between $60 and $70. So I tell say what you will about base cards, I get it, but I feel like anybody that like collects their player or collects somebody good, the base card, like especially in a 10, people pick those up like crazy.
Right.
So
what are the PSA 9 sales?
PSA 9 is a nice. You can get a PSA 9 for about $20 to $25.
Okay.
Oh,
yep. And the last one sold for about $18.50.
All right. So if you're buying this for $3 and grading it for $15, if it doesn't gem, you're out of luck, right?
Yeah. You got to make sure.
Yeah.
Got to make sure it's clean. And it's tough to get them to gem this year. So
exactly. I was just going to say that with the border, I think the gem percentage of these is way lower than it's been. I know when we looked a week or two ago, they were at about 50% gem rate for most of the base cards that are going in, which is substantially lower than it usually is because that black border gets dinged up pretty good.
Yeah, those borders are killer this year. And the consistency with PSA currently. Are you guys big on sending in stuff to grading? Do you guys like getting stuff graded? Is big?
Yep.
Okay.
We do. We blab about slabs. I mean, we have to grade stuff. You know?
Yeah,
it's in our name,
that's
right?
True. That is true. Yeah, we're big on sending stuff into PSA too. Like it's my favorite. It's actually my favorite thing to do. But I've just kind of discouraged lately with like the inconsistency, which I know that's a whole different topic in its own. But I'm just like I feel like I'm not being as stringent as I used to be because I'm just like, if I get the right grader, I feel like they're grading everything a 10, and I usually get like 1 or 2 like random cards that they decide to grade lower. But anyways,
yeah, if you want, we could talk about this maybe in the after hours because Jeff and I have some stories that are very similar to what you're describing.
Awesome. All right. Chris, are you gonna be able to make it to the after hour show with us today?
I should be able to hang around for a little while. Yeah, I have 0 life, so this should be
join
fine.
the club.
All right, guys. If y'all are listening, be sure we do the after our
After our
show,
show.
about 30 minutes after the end of the podcast. So be sure to hang out with us there. Jeff has a prior engagement. He won't be able to make it, but Chris,
Kids,
awesome.
what are you gonna do?
You got to do what you got to do. But we appreciate you coming in here tonight. So
I will say that Ellie base image, Topps did these rookies in 2024. They got really good images. Like Ellie's base image is great.
Yeah.
Like Evan Carter's is good. Dominguez is good. Like I feel like whoever's choosing their images, they were better this year.
Just
Correct.
the base. I love just the look of the base cards this year. The design. I love the new design. I don't feel that way about Bowman's base design this year. It's
funny. That seems to be the consensus. I think everybody was pretty excited about the Series 1 design. There were some haters, of course, but I liked what they were doing with it, kind of the neon sign vibe.
Yeah.
On top. I really thought it was great. And then to see the Bowman, it seemed like a complete step backwards, kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Save your ammo for Bowman.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let me just hit on Bowman one more time. I was also bummed that the color refractors doesn't seem like there's a ton of color. Like it's just
very,
kind of around the border this year. That was kind of a letdown.
Yeah. Very weak. Very weak. I did get one shimmer card. And because the shimmer goes all the way across the card, it looks nice.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying.
Is that an aqua shimmer or something, Adrian?
This is the aqua shimmer number to 125. Right. So yeah, the shimmer going across makes it look good.
I like the shimmer design. Stadium Club Chrome had those or has those, and they always look great.
Yeah. So all right, I think we're on number 4. We only did one card, right? Okay, yep. Here we go, number 4. Leave it to 2024 Bowman and leave it to a Yankee auto. We've got the Agustin Ramirez 2024 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto with a 7-day increase of 100%, 30-day increase of the same. This card raw, man, I got no sales right now. Do I have anything here? Yeah. So raw, this card's going for about between $60, $70. I don't see any on the buy it now listing right now. So as soon as they're popping up, people are going for them. $60, kind of reasonable for a Chrome auto, I feel like. But and then obviously there's not going to be any.
There are no slabs of this player. I mean, there was 3 that was sold on the 9th. On the low end was $55. On the high end, $69.
So Agustin Ramirez, one of the top Yankee prospects. Is he a top prospect, or is he just a Yankee and that's
Spencer Jones. This is no Spencer Jones.
Okay, moving on. Let's go to number 3. Just on the list permanently.
How many times have we seen this card on the top 5?
I mean, millions. I feel like.
Okay. This card leads to Jeff and I will talk about this. This is like one of the greatest what ifs in modern sports card history. If Topps had put that image on US 1, everything is different about 2018 update. Those boxes would be, that card would have gone absolutely nuclear. Yep. It would be incredible. Probably one of the most popular cards of the last 20 years.
That makes perfect sense, which is why it wasn't implemented.
Right. Yes, they tend not to do that, but you're right. And I guess it sounds like it's showing up on the list quite often, and it is one of his most popular images. I believe it's his first hitting image, right, Chris? So everybody wants that hitting image, especially now since he's not even pitching, and hitting has always been more popular in the hobby. So yeah, is quite a what if.
Yeah, that's another Topps meeting I wish we could have video of. Like, why did they decide to do another pitching image? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. But anyway.
Yeah. Man, did they know at the time that he was going to be who he was? Is the thing?
He was on the cover of the boxes. Yeah.
I mean, shoot.
He was coming over to be the next Babe Ruth, and so they throw pitching in Series 2, fine, but then to give another pitching lead update.
Yeah, true, 100%. Okay, raw. This card you can get between $20 and $25 on eBay. And I'm sorry, there's been a 14.8% increase in the last 7 days in the sales of these cards. 30 days, we've seen a 12.2% increase.
So as far as PSA 10s, everything that I see here is all sold on the same day. I guess that everybody knows something that we don't. On the low end, we're looking at a $69 sale, and on the high end, $125.
Oh,
It's a big
dang.
range. Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
So this is by the most popular rookie debut card ever, right?
As
Gotta
far
be.
as we know, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It made me think though of I know it's not as popular anymore, but Fernando Tatis's rookie card, the horizontal one, and then his rookie debut is him batting, and I feel like that's more popular too. A lot of people like that image a lot better.
Yeah, that's a good point. They used a lot of horizontal fielding
Well,
images.
They also, the rookie debut and updates for Tatis is popular because they didn't put him in update.
Yeah.
And they didn't give him an image variation. It's very strange what they did with Tatis.
Even though he was they knew he was going to be one of the top. Yeah, that's another part of that. The 2018, there was some very questionable decisions. I don't know how they got such good parallels with the Independence Day and Black parallels that year with the other questionable decisions.
Yeah.
Man, 2018 is such a cool set.
It is.
Great SSPs too.
Yep.
What's that?
I think really great SSPs all throughout 2018.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Number 2. All right, with him making his debut today and getting 7 strikeouts. If you haven't heard, I didn't see what the conclusion of that game was because it was delayed. It was tied last I saw. But we've got the 2023 Bowman Chrome Draft First Refractor of Paul Skeens. 7-day increase of 21%, 30-day increase of 38.7%. This card raw, roughly going for about $30 to $40 on eBay.
Well, everybody's starting to slab his stuff up because he's already set a standard. He's already thrown the hardest pitch this season at 101 miles an hour. But just like everybody else, his card. Oh, actually, okay. There was only 2 sales of his card that occurred on the 10th. One sold for $168.05, and the other one sold for $160 even.
Ooh, not too shabby.
It's just the most. I mean, it's just the most like don't buy a card when a player's called up. Sell the card when the player's called up.
Yeah, 100%.
And always.
I went off on this the other day too. I know this is a hot take, but I'm done with pitchers. Like unless it's Nolan Ryan, like old school guys, like I just don't buy pitcher cards anymore. And if I get them, like maybe hold on to Paul Skeens, sell when he gets called up 100%. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, Jeff and I had a similar. We're done. No more pitcher cards ever. You can direct your attention to my box of Spencer Strider cards. Never again.
Yeah, there was the guy from the Braves that was on our list last week. I think that just came up. I think his first name was AJ.
Oh, Smith Schwarber.
Yeah. He was number 1 on the list last week, and somebody in the chat was like, "Oh, he's the next." I don't know if he said DeGrom or Verlander or something like that. And I was like, "Oh, so he's going to play really good this year and be on the IL for the next 2?" And
sounds like another Steven Strasburg 2.0.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right. So, with that being said, let me just show y'all number 1 real quick. All right, the paper's number 1. 36.4% increase in the last 7 days, 108% increase in the last 30 days. This card is about $5 raw on eBay.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right, so 5 sales that happened on the 10th. Low end, we're looking at $80 even. On the high end, $115.
For a paper PSA 10, $115.
Yes. I can't make this up.
The audacity. I don't know what to say about that. Other than I guess I should have sent in my really nice paper Bowman cards to PSA. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. But that's our top 5.
Sell them if you got them.
Yeah.
There you go.
What the prices are those in the off season of those particular top 5
they're
cards?
going to they're going to nosedive.
Oh,
yep.
Absolutely.
If you already have your Paul Skeens, well, never mind. Do what you want. If you like, maybe you like Paul Skeens, hang on to your Paul Skeens cards.
Yeah.
Do whichever you want. All right, dude, this hour is flying by. We got one last section. I'm putting it up here now. If y'all go for it.
I just wanted to say, Adrian, I'm not sure if Floyd fan Tennessee is trolling or just really wants to hear Chris talk, but I saw his comment about 2018 having awful SSPs, and I'm not sure if he's just trolling. I mean, we're talking.
Gotta be trolling, Jeff. Gotta be trolling.
He's got to be trolling. So maybe he just wants to hear you talk more about Soto's Gatorade bath and both Acuñas. It's just Ohtani hand on helmet.
Talk to us, guys. Tell us about
Tell us how you really feel, gentlemen.
Tell us about 2018 SSPs. Tell us about your favorite SSPs. Give us the SSP rundown.
Well, the first thing I wanted to know, and I've asked Jeff earlier, why SSPs? Why image variations? What gravitated you guys into going just for that specific market?
Jeff, okay. I just feel like there's always been parallels, and there always will be parallels, but to have the same essential the card number, but just with a different image, to me that like makes it even more different and more unique. And a lot of those images are spectacular. Like I don't have like this. This is one of my favorites. It's pretty close. So this is opening day 2020.
Okay.
This is Acuña's SP. It's really an SSP. These are super hard to find, but it's his only flagship card, if you want to call opening day flagship, that has Freddie Freeman on it with him. So this card is awesome, and this image is only here.
Right.
And it's just as soon as I saw this, this is one of the cards that sort of led me down that road.
Okay.
And I love it. And Jeff, one of the things Jeff and I really enjoy is when there's like a theme to the SSPs, like 2018, for example. Here's a couple. Here's Pujols and Mookie Betts, and you can kind of see the theme for 2018 was guys on base with their hands up, celebrating with their hands up, just hands up. And if you get all 25 of the SSPs, you put them together, you can see the theme kind of work out. It's fantastic. Like I love it, and those are like crazy hard to find. There's no PSA 10 pops above like 7, except for the Ohtani.
So we got Floyd fan here says, I'll counter with the 2018 Carlos Gonzalez having a better base pick than the SP.
I would counter that no one cares. It's Carlos Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Right, sure. And that may be the case. And I'm sure there's some that the image isn't as good, but to blanket the 2018 year as having terrible SSPs because Carlos Gonzalez has a bad picture, I think is painting with a pretty broad brush.
I think we got White Sox Tom kind of trolling too. I don't know. The bat down Acuña is dumb. Pretty much the same photo as his base. Okay.
I mean, I can't argue that it isn't pretty much the same photo, but it is cool. Jeff and I both love cards where you can read the back of the jersey.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. Like, for example, your Bichette guy, 2020 update one.
Oh, yeah. I think I have that sitting here to show.
I bet you do.
To show
two of them. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah. He needs to do some hip thrusts, but otherwise that's a really cool looking card.
Yeah. Yeah. This is my favorite Bo Bichette SP is the Players Weekend one. I dig it.
There were some oddly sensual Bo Bichette rookie like image variations.
That's probably why I love it.
Hair or what, but they definitely
the Stadium Club hair one is one of the coolest ones. Do I have that around? I don't think I have that one nearby. But he has his Topps Chrome image variation. He's wearing that like spandexy kind of shirt.
Oh yeah, the blue shirt with the cut sleeves.
Yes. Jeff and I had one of those, and we sent it in, and we requested that PSA. We wrote in the notes like, please write SP nipples, because he's hard as a rock in that picture, and PSA would not do that. So we really wanted the custom slab there. We denied the request.
Wow.
That would have been awesome.
I just wanted to. White Sox Tom is talking about the Acuña bat down, and it does show up in Holiday, which, like Chris said, one of the best parts about super short prints is if they're only in one specific set. So yeah, I agree. It dilutes it a little bit by having it show up in other sets for sure.
Also, the bat down is not an SSP by any measure at all. It's just an SP. There's like well over 2,000 of that card, I think, graded at this point. So like, there's a lot of that card. I think that same set, I pulled the Vlad like no number on the back, but I feel like there's a ton of those too.
Yes. True.
Yeah. A lot of those. That's
they just kind of threw that in last minute, so they couldn't get the number on, but they did throw a lot of them in there.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I
don't have the Acuña SSPs, the update SSP around me. I don't think, Jeff, do you have our white jersey glove near you?
I don't.
I should have thought to bring them, but
I was told to bring up a couple of SPs of mine.
Oh, please.
To the show. And no, they're not Bo Bichette's, thankfully. Okay.
Easy now.
So basically, the first one I'm going to show is from 2021 Bowman Chrome Sapphire, and it's Jason Dominguez, his image
Ooh, look at that.
variation.
Photo variation. Yeah.
And then the next one that I have, which this happens to be my all-time favorite, from 22 Bowman Chrome Sapphire, Julio Rodriguez, the image variation.
Yeah.
That's such a
that's
cool
the
shot.
Yeah.
That's a great image.
Just the
And then
swag
out of-
walking away. Yeah.
Right?
And then out of Platinum Anniversary, the image variation of Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah.
What do you
Don't-
think of his 2022 update SSP, where the him with Ichiro card?
I love that.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
really
the
cool.
price for it is astronomical. It
pretty
will
high.
never come down. But if I was to have an opportunity to pull the trigger on it, I would.
Yeah, I think it's a great card.
It is.
Yeah.
I love
And
that
that's-
idea.
Yes. Yes.
Mr.
when you-
Fuego, throw up that Julio Sapphire again. That's like his best rookie look card that he's got. I feel like that is such a cool card. Oh my god,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shot is perfect. That's cool.
definitely.
All
Eat your
right.
heart out, Stadium Club.
Dude, Stadium Club's got some good. Man, do I have any Stadium Club here? I think this is an image variation. I could be wrong. I cannot remember. I'll show this
Yep.
this bow I got
Chris
real
will probably
quick.
know. He's our Stadium Club expert.
I got the sepia. I don't know. Remember if this was his.
That's not his image variation. I'm sorry to
Not,
say, but
okay.
it's cool out of retail.
Cool. So the only other, let's see, I've got the 2023's Golden Mirror.
Oh yeah. See, I mean, someone at Topps has a thing for Bo Bichette for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bo
And the
Bichette
only
doesn't
other-
have a thing for Bo Bichette though, because how he sets
That
himself
hair,
up.
man. Those locks.
Yep.
This is 2022 Series 1.
Nice.
And okay, this was a I don't know if this is considered a photo variation, but I thought it was cool. This is 2021 Archives or Heritage Archives. This is Bo Bichette, and then he's got his dad Dante
that's cool.
down in there. So I kind of
like
dug
that.
that.
Brewers legend Dante Bichette. Yes.
Yes.
He was great.
So our good friend Cardboard Showcase in the comments said he's a big fan of the 2020 close-up SSPs.
Yeah.
There's a whole run. I think there's like 15 or so. He's got the whole set on his IG page. Take a look. I have these two right near me that I can show real quick.
Oh yeah.
So we got like really handsome smiling Acuna and Tatis. If we zoom in on Tatis, maybe we can see the neck fungus that he had that caused all the
Right.
problems.
That caused
Yeah, all that shenanigans.
I was trying to see if we can get an angle on it. It's hard to.
There we go. I've never seen those before. Can you throw the Acuna one back up? real quick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely check out Cardboard Showcase on Instagram.
Yeah.
Cardboard
Sure.
Showcase. And is he in the chat right now?
He
Yes.
was briefly. I'm not sure he's still here, but yeah, 2020 had all these close-ups. Like you've seen the Bichette, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a Jordan
Oh, I know
Alvarez
that.
that gets hearts going as well.
I can't have the Jordan Alvarez card around. I start to question everything about my life. So that one stays face down in a box somewhere.
Oh my god.
But yeah, those are really cool. Take a look. There's probably like 15, 20 players, a lot of big names, and
Yeah.
they look really great. And then
Very
2020 was mass printed, as we know, but the SSPs are really, really hard to grade.
Yeah. There's a couple more Bo Bichettes I still haven't even picked up from 2020 yet because there's a lot, but
Do you mind if I answer Floyd? Floyd,
There was
Van
a
Zien's
question. He was wanting to know, what is your favorite SSP from a vintage player?
Okay. So in 2018 Stadium Club, card number 223 is Hank Aaron. That's the base card. And then there's two image variations of that card. The first one is Acuna's Stadium Club rookie. It's like the non-auto is really rare. It's a short print, really awesome image. And the fact that he shares the card number with Hank Aaron, it just makes it really badass.
oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Now, I don't have a copy of it, but the other image variation from the same number is Hank Aaron. And it's a horizontal, I think it's a black and white image of him like rounding third. And it's such a cool card. So that is my favorite like legend Hall of Famer SSP. Really, really cool card. I think there's
Very
maybe like
cool.
10 at PSA. You don't
Yeah,
see it very often.
He's mentioning 2019 Lou Brock, and I can't picture that, but Lou Brock was such an electric player. I'm sure it's him sliding, bringing a big cloud of dust up.
Yeah,
I'll have
I
to look that one up.
I'll have to try and find that one. Okay, you guys just reminded me. I have one I want to ask you about because I did just put it on eBay and I couldn't find a comp for it. Like, I don't feel like it's that big of a deal, but I know a lot of people might like him. But I have the image variation of Alec Baum, rookie card, and we'll try to put this on a bigger screen. And oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Sorry. Here we go. Right. I couldn't find any like sold comps of this ever, and I'm like, it can't be that. You know, there was a lot of image variations, and this is 2021 Stadium Club, but
man, just that Stadium Club photography, I love it.
Yeah,
and the borderless, you get the ump right on top of there.
There's also, if you hold that back up again, there's a really cool kind of time capsule aspect of that card. If you look at the umpire,
so
you know what year. The umpire is wearing his mask.
Oh,
so
the mask.
Exactly what year that picture was taken from.
That's, oh my god, that's what a good catch on that.
I can't quite see the back, but are those paper fans in the back as well? I know for a lot of those games they just had the fake fans.
I like it, yeah.
Cutouts back there. That's pretty cool. And Bowman is on fire right now
during COVID.
Yep.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, I think they announced starting in 2022. They officially announced that there's 200 of each image variation in Stadium Club. But before, they never said. So assume there's less back in 2022 or 2021, 2020. That's a pretty rare card. I would check the PSA pop on that. That might be one you
will.
Might be worth.
That's a smart idea. I'm going to do that today. Yeah, cool. Man, just like that, the hour goes by so quick, guys. You guys, thanks for watching the Baseball Card Junkies podcast with us live, or if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast format, thanks for joining us today. We are headed over to Mr. Enfuego's channel here at 6:30 Pacific, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. Was that 9:30 your time, boss? Okay. Cool. Chris is going to head over with us there. I believe you still have time. That's awesome. Jeff, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today.
Oh, it's incredible. As I was telling you before we went live, Chris and I just love talking baseball and baseball cards. So whenever we can find anybody else's ear that's willing to listen to us talk, we're glad to take the opportunity. So thanks so much for having us. If you guys have any questions, you can find us on our own channel, Blabbing About Slabbing, and Chris and I are both active on Instagram, which I found is a great way to meet other card collectors and see cards you don't usually get to see. So so find us on there. Yeah,
100%, guys. Anybody that's watching or listening, I've got all of their IG, all their YouTube stuff, very top of the description. I highly recommend checking it out if you're into baseball cards in any way, shape, or form. It's a good time, fun channel over there. They do some awesome like live streams. I feel like I see you guys live stream like every other day. It seems like
we have a weekly show on Thursday nights at 6 Pacific, so you can catch us there. And occasionally, if we just can't help ourselves, we talk some other times during the week. But
yeah, we did it like an emergency live when Trout got hurt because we just had so many like emotional thoughts that had to come out.
I saw that. And on Instagram, they post a lot of pictures, a lot of cool pictures of stuff in their collection or stuff they're, I think, looking forward to and things of that nature. So very cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will catch you all later. Everybody have a good rest of their weekend. Appreciate you all. Have a good night.